Alright guys, so we're back on the International Harvester 175C again today. If you've seen my other videos, you know I'm doing a lot of maintenance on this machine right now. And today's maintenance is going to be the suction strainer there for the transmission. That's that contraption right there that contains a like a cartridge filter. So we're going to take that apart. We're going to clean that strainer out. We're going to clean it up in diesel fuel, and then we're going to put it all back together. There's going to be a couple of O-rings that are going to be replaced in there. So you'll hear me off and on in my videos refer to the book. You know, the book calls for this so many foot-pounds of torque. The book calls for this procedure, that procedure. The book that I'm using, let's see, I don't know how well that's going to show up. Let's get in the shade here. This is the operator's manual, or a reprint of the operator's manual. I picked this up from Finney Equipment there. Actually, I bought this on eBay, and I looked at binderbooks.com. A lot of guys were sending me to Binder Books, and they didn't have the books I needed for this machine. I was really surprised by that. So, anyhow, there's a lot of good information in this. Let me set you right here, and I'll show you. Right here's what we're working on today. Let me get my bookmark out of the way. There's a suction strainer. I mean, it gives a breakdown of what's in there. It doesn't give part numbers, but it gives a breakdown, and it gives a procedure for, you know, cleaning it up, changing it, putting it back on. Gives the torque spec for the bolts that hold the canister together and stuff. So anyhow, this is the book I refer to. This is the operator's manual. I also have like a shop manual for this, or like a teardown manual. I don't get as much use out of that. So far, I haven't gotten as much use out of that as I have the operator's manual. So anyhow, I'm going to get started on the tearing that suction strainer apart, and I'll kind of update you here as we go. Alright guys, so I guess I should probably say, you know, first and foremost, I'm working under the loader arm here, but on the other side I've got the safety bar, and so I shouldn't be, you know, I shouldn't have to worry about this arm coming down. You need to have something supporting your hydraulics anytime you're working under them. I'm just going to blow this off to make sure all the dirt's off of here. Up. I see it. Looks like a, I mean, it looks like your typical little cartridge filter, but it's just made out of screen material. It's metal, and I don't know how well this is going to show up on the camera, but there is quite a bit of junk in here. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. Yeah, you probably can't see it. This thing's working. I mean, it's picking up quite a bit of junk. So I'm going to go clean this up. The book calls for kerosene. I'm gonna clean it up with some diesel fuel. Alright guys, I dumped out the fluid so you could see better down in there what that strainer has been catching, and hopefully you can see down in there, but man, there's a bunch of junk. There's a paint chip down in there big around as a quarter, all kinds of nasty crap in there. I mean, big stuff, a lot bigger than I would have expected to find in there. So anyhow, I'm going to clean this all up, clean that strainer out real good, and we'll get her all put back together. Alright guys, so I got everything cleaned up. I got my new O-ring in the top of the canister there. There's a second O-ring in there, so this seals the canister, but this seals the cartridge itself. There's an O-ring sits in a ridge right in there, so got that new O-ring pushed in there as well. Got my spring in the bottom of the canister, small side goes down, cartridge sits on top of that, and let's see if we can get her bolted back in here. Put that bolt in there, lock washer broke in half. New lock washer. There actually is a torque spec for these bolts, and the book calls for 56 to 63 foot-pounds, so I set my wrench to 60 foot-pounds, right in the middle there. All right. Man, it looks like a lot. Yep. It sure was. Way too fucking much. Broke the goddamn bolt. That sucked. God. 60 fucking foot-pounds, huh? Yeah. I don't know about all that. God damn it. Like I said, the book calls for 60 foot-pounds, which seems like an awful lot for a little bolt. And it was way too much, so I broke the bolt. So now I get to take the whole thing apart again and try to get that bolt dug out of the bottom of that canister. So there's that broken bolt. I hope I can get it out. Alright guys, so miraculously I was able to get the broken bolt out. I went in and found one, same length, same diameter. These are not marked for hardness. This one I think is a grade 2, so it's real soft, but I'll tell you, after snapping that last one off, I don't think these are real hard either. So the book, again, I reviewed the book again, and it calls for 56 to 63 foot-pounds. And that's just too much. I'm not gonna torque it down that much. So I don't know. Maybe this is the wrong hardware. Maybe this hardware's been replaced. But these ain't real heavy bolts, and that's a lot of torque on a little bolt. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna put them back in. I'm gonna tighten them up as tight as I feel comfortable, with, and that's going to be it. Alright, so I got the canisters all cleaned out, and a little piece of dirt down in there now. Okay, get the canister, put the spring in. Spring is little on one end, big on the other. Put the little end down. Then the canister or strainer is solid on the bottom, so that just sits on top of the spring there. O-ring still feels good up here. O-ring here was a little big out of the pack. It's definitely larger diameter than the one I took out, but I was able to work it around and get that one in, so I'm a little nervous about that, but I mean, that's the part number the book called for, and we're going to go with the new one. That's pretty much it, guys. If you like this video, click the like button. It's pretty boring, but you know, a lot of this stuff is on these on anything. You know, maintenance on a machine just kind of boring. So if you hopefully this helped you if you're you know, if you're working on something like this. That's kind of why I make these videos. I know they're not entertaining, but I'm putting them out there to try to help the next guy, you know. So if you liked it, click the like button. If you want to see more like it, probably don't. It's kind of boring, but click the subscribe button and you'll see the other stuff that I'm doing on this machine. So I'll catch you on the next video, guys.